After a moment, Anna elbows Vincent in the back. "You poked me in the back." "I poked you in the back." "You poked me in the back." "Yes, I poked you in the back." "Yes, you poked me in the back." "Yes," she says, amused at his displeasure. "I poked you in the back." "What's funny?" he snaps. "What's funny?" "What's funny?" he repeats. "What's funny?" "What's funny?" Vincent says with unnatural stress on the first word. Meisner interrupts them immediately. "No, that's a reading. Until then it was very good, but what's funny was a way of creating variety. I'll show you something. There is a time when the verbal contact between you changes, and it is based on instinct. Instinct. I'll show you what I mean by that. Imagine, Vince, that you walk into a department store with a friend of yours, and you say, 'Do you see that tie? I want it.' Or you go to a party, and across the room you see a girl, and you say to yourself, 'I'm going to have her.' That comes from your instincts. Do you follow? Now, in this exercise, there is a change in the words that is dictated by your instinct. I'll show you how it works." He leans toward Vincent and says sotto voce, "Vince, whatever I ask you for, the answer is no." Then, in full voice, he says, "Can you lend me $20? "Can I lend you $20? "Can you lend me $20? "No, I can't lend you $20. "You can't lend me $20? "I can't lend you $20. "You can't?" "I can't." "You can't." "I can't." "You're a big shit." "I'm a big shit." "That's what I said." The class laughs, and when the laughter ends, Meisner adds, "Now, that change was caused by instinct." After a moment, he peers at Anna, comically leering at her from behind his thick lenses. "Will you come to my house tonight?" "Will I come to your house tonight?" "Will you come to my house tonight?" "Will I come to your house tonight?" "Will you come to my house tonight?" "No, I will not come to your house tonight." "You won't come to my house tonight?" He gives her a withering, scornful look. "You're a professional virgin." There is another burst of laughter. "Now, let's talk about that. When is something instinctive caused in you? How does it happen?" "It lives in you," Vincent says. "It hits you a certain way." "That's right. You wouldn't lend me $20, so I called you a big shit. She said she wouldn't come to my house in such a way that my instinct tells me that she's a professional virgin. Now, that happens in an exercise which changes the dialogue. The instinct changes the dialogue. Then it continues, and you wait until the instinct changes it again. Any questions here? Ray?" "What if your partner is doing nothing," asks Ray, "and your instincts tell you that this is aggravating?" "Use it." "Then you can say, 'But you're not doing anything.' Or, 'You're aggravating me.'" "You're aggravating me. So it's really like there's never nothing." "There's no such thing," Meisner says. "There's no such thing as nothing. There's no such thing as nothing. There's no such thing as nothing." "What about silence?" Sarah asks.
"Listen, silence is a moment. A moment of silence is something, too. Let me prove it to you. Ask me whether I think you have talent."
"Mr. Meisner, do you think I have talent?" His head cocks away from her, and he maintains a complete silence. The class begins to laugh.
"That was silent, wasn't it?"
Meisner asks when the laughter subsides. "Well, yes," says Sarah, at a loss for words.
"That's the point, well, yes. It's the point because my silence was very expressive," Meisner says. "Silence has a myriad of meanings. In the theater, silence is an absence of words, but never an absence of meaning."
There is a slight pause. "Do you mean that I don't have to look at my partner when we're doing the repetition and just say, 'You have a gray shirt on, you have a gray shirt on'?"